Okay, so I just finished wrapping up a feature called Review Wall. We had it on our events recaps, but we didn't have it on our partner reports. And so basically just like really quickly built a way to see all the reviews and then to favorite them, right? We already had all these designs, not hard. Part of like offline's goal is to reduce the amount of work we all need to do to get this. And so I want to try something that we have for event recaps already, which is an automated generator, like an automated picker of reviews when you create the recap so that the user doesn't have to do it. But we do not have that here. And I've been using n8n a lot and using Claude to build n8n. So let's try to build one. We're going to add like an admin only button up here that's going to say choose featured reviews. And then it's going to send those featured reviews to n8n, where it's going to then process them, send back the ID, and then auto save them, and then refresh this page. So that's what I think I want to do. Let's make a new terminal. On the partner dashboard report page, I want to create an admin only viewable button in the top right on the same plane as the report name at the top in the white bar. And I wanted to say choose featured reviews. And I want you to use your n8n skill to create an n8n workflow that accepts from this partner's app a list of the last, let's say 3 months of 5-star reviews, or let's say 12 months. The last 12 months of 5-star reviews, picks the best, most amazing reviews, and then sends back 6 of them with the IDs so that you can auto favorite the featured events, or the featured reviews for this partner's report. And yeah, so I need to do 2 things for you. I need to turn on ngrok and then give you a return for the n8n workflow. But what I want you to do is I want you to look at all the workflows in the folder that I'm linking to you, because they all work kind of the same way that I want this one to work, which is to take a bunch of incoming variables, so it's production and development ready, and return to the API the correct thing. And so this should work locally. Let me know what questions you have before you start building this. I put this in plan mode, and then I'm going to pause it to not show variables. Okay, so I've started an ngrok server, which basically just lets me like get stuff from n8n and pipe it to the correct URL. And then the other thing that I have is an n8n workflow development skill. I did not write this skill. I had been using n8n via Claude, via an API key for a while, and then I just had it write me an n8n skill. So we're just going to kind of see how that works. I'm going to create its shell workflow because I don't want it doing that. So let's call this to like offer report featured review picker. And we're just going to say, build it here. And we're just going to like let it go. And we're going to leave that alone. I'm going to come back here. So these are good questions, like what constitutes a best review? Because that's, I assume, what the prompt it's going to build into the n8n flow will be. So, I mean, I think I definitely don't want generic praise. I don't need longer, but I think 1 and 3 are the most attractive to me, but we can always change the prompt. Yes, we want autosave because we can always redo it, and I think we will replace for now because we'll be testing. I'm going to want to do this a bunch of times to see if we get really good ones. So when I'm thinking about building this, I'm in a local development environment, and so n8n won't need to have this little extra step. I've been building these n8n workflows, and they pass in like a return, like a environment variable of the server, which is why I have to use like ngrok to like tell it where it is, because it's on my computer. On production, this won't matter. I also have to send an API key with it so that our server knows that, hey, this is allowed to call back into this thing and set these values. So let's see if it figures that out from reviewing the other ones that we have in there. So it's asking what the return URL is. This is in the... So what's good about this kind of like methodology is that a single n8n flow can work across my local environment. If we had a staging environment, it would work. And on production, it will just also work though too. So I don't need to build 3 n8n flows. I can just build one, because I'm passing the environment, essentially the whole environment. I'm just like passing it to it, and then it tells me, and it shoots it back when it needs to. All right, what is it doing? Let's see. All right, what I usually do is I just usually like put it into no mode, and I go back and I just kind of talk out loud about what I'm reading, and I record it. And so just for fun, like let's change the admin button name to, no, that's fine, whatever, choose featured reviews, or let's change it to set featured reviews, because it's not choosing them, it's like setting them. So the API route, that makes sense, we have that. The n8n flow, I do not want to use 4.0 mini. I want you to use GPT 5.1 for now. And I want you to know that it is out because it is December of 2025. So if you need help finding it, tell me. So it's going to add the admin button. Cool. This prompt is simple right now. The way I think we've been writing prompts at Offline is not really super long. We're trying to keep the context of the prompts enough that if you kind of were telling it to a person, it would work. So you wouldn't like yell like important at a person. And sometimes you have to do that, but let's just see how this one does. And if it produces results that we like, we don't need to change it. So simple return IDs, and then, yeah, great. So I think it's just gonna get some of my context, so whatever. It knows. It's not the n8n series, but this is a thing that I can change in the n8n flow when it builds it, so I'm not going to fight it anymore right now. Cool, so let's watch it do this n8n flow. It's putting it in the right spot. I'm going to... This is something that I don't love, but I haven't installed the n8n MCP. 1, because their official one is not good, and 2, because I just haven't had time. And so it wrote these temporary scripts to do this. And again, like, yeah, you can yell at me in the comments or whatever, but it's probably fine right now. So over here, if we're like refreshing this, we should see stuff start to happen. So it's going to prepare them, like I guess it's going to rip this out of the webhook. It'll select the best reviews. Oh, right. Okay, cool. We have a pattern too in these partner app flows, where if something goes wrong, let's look at the orchestrator. This is a fun one. We have this on air pattern. I'm going to redact this code key over here. Okay, so it's built this. I don't love this, that it's not done with this yet, but we'll go back to it. Let's just tell it 2 things that I want you to change in the n8n workflow is I want you to copy the Slack patterns that we have that notifies when something is done or when it errors. And number 2, I want you to replace the OpenAI model, or you know what, let's try this. Don't replace the OpenAI model yet. If I don't get what we like, I might have you change it to an agent instead, but this one might work. I mean, but at a minimum, like I want it to copy the pattern that we have set right for this. Like I want to know when it's done, and I want to know if something goes wrong. And so what this pattern does is I've created a Slack bot essentially that can take in any channel and any message. And so it basically can forward anything anywhere. And so like everybody at Offline is using this or starting to use it to send stuff to the Slack bot. So most of the time it's from the partnerships app. So that is the thing that we're working on right now. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna wait till it edits this so we can just kind of test all the way through. So let's do this. Let's get rid of all of the reviews that are already featured. I don't feel like I need a featured. I probably didn't need to do this. Like I probably should have just deleted that, but we'll see what it does. Okay, it says it finished that. Let's refresh it and fix some stuff in here. All right, cool. I like to move these down to the bottom right. And we're gonna move this so it's not overlapping. Gotta check this because it's models from. It very often doesn't know that 5.1 exists or even 5.2. Like, I don't think it matters, but let's just use 5.1 for now. And we'll save it and turn it on. And again, this webhook should take in everything we need. And so it should just kind of work. You know, famous last words. Let's clear the console here and click set featured reviews and see if anything happened. Okay, cool. So it's not even getting to it yet. So, but something is happening. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna like press it again and be like, it doesn't do anything. I mean, we all know that there are 5-star reviews, so I think actually, I think you actually need to fetch them again before we press this button so we can filter and send them, because we don't save any of the data on this page right now. It's all like being pulled in from our backend. So you won't have any 5-star reviews from this app. So, okay, you fixed that. We made a very specific choice to not save a bunch of duplicate data that is already in our Rails server to this partners app, because it's not many people using the partners app and there's just like not enough data and it's really fast. Okay, I like that. So it's going to disable this button, it looks like, when it's getting the reviews, and that's usually really fast. So there shouldn't be any like timeout issues. Okay, now we're going to try it. Yeah, come on. Yes, there are. Absolutely there are. Okay, I just didn't know what the field names were. I could probably do better at that. So, all right, it's doing something. It's selecting. Wow. All right, that was really fast. Let's like look at this execution just for fun. I don't know. Let's go read them first. These look good. Yeah, this rocks. Tap for more. So again, it sent the webhook. It was preparing the reviews in here. I think this prompt is fine and it was really fast, and that's really good. So it looks like it had a ton to choose from. This is great. I mean, that's the result. I'm happy with this. I think this is done. The thing that I want to maybe think through for the next little feature that I do, I don't want to be doing this for everybody, obviously. And this should be admin only, so I'm going to need to test that. Let me just ask. If I'm impersonating a user, I will still see it because I'm the admin, but they won't see it, right? So I built this impersonate feature to make it easier to like iterate on this like we've been doing. So I just need to make sure that it's not showing that. But the thing that I might want to think through is how can I get this to do this on a regular basis such that I don't have to do anything? And I think it's going to be a cron of some kind. which I'm gonna do later because I think it can just run through and do this once a month, once a week, or yeah, that's the next thing. Super easy. This is a proof of concept, and all the wiring is there now. This will just start working on production. It will error out, and it's been less than 30 minutes. So this is cool. I'm very happy with this. I'm gonna review the diff and not make you watch that. So all right, later.